Welcome back. As we near the 4th of July holiday, you might have noticed an increase in fireworks in your neighborhood. Fireworks can not only be dangerous to yourself and others, but they're also illegal.
So let's talk about this with Battalion Chief Dan Tyke from North Shore Fire Department. He joins us now with more on the dangers of the fireworks. Thank you very much for joining us, Dan.
Hey, how are you, Charles and Carol?
Good.
Thanks for having me.
Good.
Thank you.
Glad that you're here. Let's get right to it. Fireworks can result in a trip to the ER or even worse, pretty quick.
Yeah, definitely. I think the previous half hour we heard ERs see a huge increase, especially this last year. People have been sort of closed up, and as we get close to the 4th of July, fireworks definitely increase. And the huge misnomer, our message as the fire department is always go see a professional show. And unfortunately, those just simply aren't going to happen this year. So that message, we can't give the same message we've given in the past, but our message is we're going to probably, just like we've made changes throughout 2020, we're going to have to make some changes here and probably forgo having a fireworks show. And really, it's the safest thing for everybody.
Yeah, it's sad, but it's true. And, a lot of people, Dan, are choosing fireworks for their own personal entertainment because they're bored from the pandemic. And we're hearing a lot more these days, as I know you know about. What tips do you have for people who are going to set them off legally, if they can, where they are?
Yeah, so again, like you said, there's not a lot of legal places that you can set fireworks off, especially in the greater Milwaukee area. If you absolutely are going to do it, as we get outside, people, especially with the nicer weather, tend to wear a little bit more loose-fitting clothing. We need to make sure that we're wearing the right type of clothing. So that's tight-fitting clothing, no flowy dresses or any of the usual 4th of July attire that you would see. You need to have a plan for what you're going to do if something goes awry. And I think everybody saw what took place yesterday in New York City and the car fire. I think we're in a very urban area where people are all around. You need to have a plan for what you're going to do to extinguish that fire should it start. And that should include early notification to 911 and getting first responders en route.
Yeah, Dan, we're just showing those photos right now, that car that caught fire. And I guess, people think, oh, it's not going to happen to me, or no, I've checked my location. But things can change quickly when you're dealing with fireworks.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the other misnomers out there is I think we've all come across a dud firework or two here or there, and people, your favorite firework that you maybe spent a lot of money on doesn't go off. And people have a tendency to want to walk up to that and attempt to light it. And that is probably one of the major causes of injury for people, is trying to relight a firework that didn't light in the first place. Right. You just need to simply take that firework, give it some time to not go off, and then get it into some water to soak overnight. One of the other huge problems we run into is after, the home fireworks show is done, people take those, maybe throw them in a garbage can next to the garage to be disposed of. And we see, outbuildings and sometimes even homes start on fire well into the night after people thought that the firework was extinguished.
Yeah, be safe. It's not smart. Just don't do it. Dan Tyke, we appreciate you being with us from the North Shore Fire Department, Battalion Chief. Hopefully you won't be too busy this weekend.
Yeah, I hope not. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Happy 4th to you too, sir.